Garmin Approach S3 GPS Golf Watch, white. GPS Golf Watch loaded with over 27,000 worldwide courses, free lifetime course updates, high-resolution glove-friendly touchscreen display. Green view lets you see the shape of the green and move the pin to the day's location. Edition, white. Approach S3. See the touchscreen GPS Golf Watch, instant, simple, precise, rugged and waterproof. The Approach S3 Golf Watch is another benchmark for GPS innovation within the golf market. Packed with 27,000 plus worldwide courses without subscriptions or fees, S3 displays yardages to the front, back and middle of greens. The S3 also introduces a high-resolution glove-friendly touchscreen display. See green view with manual pin positioning, distances to doglegs and layups, customizable yardage points and printable digital scorecards for stroke play and Stableford. Touch and move the pin. Green view shows you the true shape and layout of the green. Use the touch screen to manually move the pin to the day's location. This is especially helpful on Par3S, where you'll be able to dial in the distance you need and fire away with confidence. Play preloaded courses for free, no larger than a typical sports watch. See the comfortable S3 is filled with 27,000 plus preloaded courses from around the globe, all without extra fees or subscriptions. Plus, whenever we release more courses, you can download them for free. Customize the distances you need. Approach S3 gives you distances to the front, back and center of the green, and you can see distances to doglegs. S3 also allows players to input and save customizable yardage points like water hazards or bunkers from anywhere on the course. Keep score and see how far you hit it. Approach S3 debuts digital scorecard options for individual players. Scoring options include stroke play and Stableford, and you can save, review and print scorecards from your home computer. Plus, when you hit a big one, you can see how far it went with the measure shot feature. Choose your style. The S3 is available in two sharp color combinations, white with red trim and black with gray trim. Wear it every day. The S3 functions as an everyday watch, and it has a odometer so you can see how far you walk each day, or every round you play. A round timer also is included so you can keep track of how long it took you to play 18. No downloads, no setup, audios to subscriptions and fees. Approach S3 comes preloaded with 27,000 plus worldwide courses and sports a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Green view. Approach S3 shows you the true shape and layout of greens, so even if you have an obstructed view, you'll know where to aim. Plus, you can touch and drag the pin to the day's location. Layup distances. Course management is key, especially if you haven't played a course before. Layup distances shows you the distances you need with yardages to doglegs and other hazards on the course. Precise yardages. Once glance at your wrist from any point on the course is all it takes to get yardages to the front, back and middle of greens with clear, easy to read numbering. Measure shot distances. When you drop the boomstick on a drive, seeing how far you hit it is a breeze. Approach S3 calculates exact yardages for shots played anywhere on the course. What's in the box? Approach S3 USB/charging cable, AC adapter, manual. Let me begin by saying I am not a scratch golfer. I typically shoot in the high 80s. I've owned a SkyCaddy and utilized the Golf Shot app on my iPhone. The SkyCaddy was okay, I would regularly forget to bring it with me and became annoyed with the subscription model. I also grew tired of its bulkiness. The Golf Shot app was cool, but it was murder on my iPhone battery. I also didn't particularly like exposing my iPhone to the elements. I had a few close calls when it bounced out the golf cart and fortunately landed on grass. So I made my mind up to invest in another yardage aid. I spent a week researching and weighing the pros and cons of GPS versus laser. It came down to a few key points. First, as I mentioned previously, I am not a scratch golfer. I like exact distances but do not hit my clubs consistently enough for +/5 yards to make that much of a difference. Second, I know me. The idea of taking a laser rangefinder out every time I need a distance is unappealing. It'll end up staying in my bag after the novelty of it wore off. The exact distance a laser rangefinder provides is appealing but overkill for the vast majority of golfers, including me. Most of us only need a fairly accurate distance. Third, I wanted something that was portable enough to ensure I would use it frequently. Admittedly, handheld GPS units are good but cannot match the accuracy of a good laser unit. That's not the point. GPS units allow you to enjoy the game by giving you fairly accurate distances to hazards and greens. They also serve to speed up the game. If you've ever golfed a public course on a Saturday, you know what I mean. People searching for yardage markers, etc. So here's my take on the Approach S3 after 2 rounds. Setup was fairly easy with the exception of the language issue others have mentioned. I followed the instructions of one of the other reviewers and it worked. The first time at the course it took about 4 minutes to acquire the satellites. The second round, at a different course, it took less than a minute. The yardages seemed to be spot on 50 yards or more from the green. Inside of 50 yards I became skeptical of the yardage the S3 was giving. Fortunately, I rely mostly on feel at that distance anyway, so it wasn't a deal breaker for me. I think this issue is endemic to most GPS units. The measure feature is pretty cool and easy to use. There is a dedicated button on the upper left-hand side of the unit and was helpful in enabling me to check my club distances frequently. The scoring feature inaccurately showed my score in each round, but I later found that either I failed to enter in my score on one of the holes or it didn't register. Either way, I was able to go back and update for the missing hole and it correctly calculated the score. I'll keep an eye on this and update accordingly. Battery life is acceptable. I had about 70% of battery life left after a 3.5 hour round. It should be able to get through a 2-round day. I love the portability of the unit. Being able to look down at your wrist and get a distance is great. My buddy who has a SkyCaddy SGXC started asking me for distances when he saw the Approach was mirroring the distances he got from his SkyCaddy. You just can't beat the convenience. My one complaint is the green view. Moving the flag pin on the watch can be frustrating at times due to the size of the screen. It's just not conducive to that type of feature. Each time it took more than one try to position the flag stick correctly, but not annoying enough to be a deal breaker. In conclusion, I don't think you will be disappointed with the S3 if your expectations for accuracy are grounded. Remember, it will not be as accurate as a laser rangefinder. Given you use the laser correctly, they have their own set of issues.